Hello, what's up, guys? This is TS Football Broadcast back again with this week's episode. Let's just get right into it because there's a lot to discuss here, including Bridgewater, a bunch of random Browns cuts, some weird Lions news, oddly enough, and let's just open this up with a trade. Sony Michel has been traded to the Rams for a 5th and 6th round pick, which could possibly turn into a 4th round pick. For the Patriots, they had a crowded room, I guess. I don't know. I remember him being pretty good, so I'm kind of, I get it, but I'm also like, really? A 5th and a 6th? At best, a 4th for a former first-round pick who has shown flashes of being a good running back? I don't know how I feel about this. Obviously, the Rams did trade for Sony Michel because of Cam Akers injury. So for the Rams, this is a good trade for the Rams, in my opinion. Because Sony Michel will probably give you some yards. He'll probably give you some touchdowns. I do have one thing to say. Thank you, New England, for letting Nick Chubb slip to Cleveland. I'm very relieved about that. But I think for the Patriots, this is a potential dud. It just depends on how good Sony Michel does outside their system and how their running game is in their system. But I see this and I'm kind of like, this could really dud for New England. And if it doesn't, it's like, it's not good for New England no matter what, pretty much. It's like, well, you might get a 5th and a 6th. I mean, there's some equity there, but not a lot. I mean... next bit of news, Andy Dalton has won the starting job over Justin Fields. I either think Nagy's a fucking moron or he's playing smart and saying, well, let's look up the Bears schedule real quick. I know week 1 they faced the, who they faced in week 1? Oh, right, Aaron Donald and the Rams. I would not want to put Justin Fields out. Who they got week 2? The Bengals. It's the Bengals. They'll at best be 7-10. Nothing to worry about there. Then, Cleveland. I like my Browns, but I'm not sold on that defense yet. Detroit? Yeah, no, that's an easy game right there. The Raiders? They never have that good of a defense, it feels like. Green Bay? They have a pretty good defense, though. The Bucks, great defense. Niners, great defense. Steelers, great defense. Okay, well, they're going to take a step back, but probably still great defense. The Ravens. I looked at this and I was like, I would either put him in against the Bengals or I would hold out till the second Lions game. Because what do you have after the Lions? You got the Lions, obviously, on Thanksgiving. Then you got the Cardinals, who aren't known for defense. The Packers, probably going to field a solid defense. The Vikings could be solid. I'm going to opt no because I have no faith in the Vikings this year. And you're facing a decently good Packers defense. And then you have the Seahawks. That's going to be probably a good defense with some holes. Then you got Giants and Vikings. The Giants are going to probably not be good this year. I love the Giants going into training camp, and then I watch their preseason. I'm looking at some of their plays. I'm just like, this team does not scream winning. And the Vikings again. So let's count this up. Lions. How many good defenses will he face from Thanksgiving on? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. He would face a probably decent Packers defense, a definitely decent Seahawks defense, and then it's whatever goes with the Vikings and the Giants. And by the way, is actually a pretty decent balance of at home and on the road. He's got 4 games at home and 3 games on the road. It'd be a good mix. So I think if Nagy's being smart here, I think he might just hold off till Thanksgiving because would you want to put a rookie quarterback through, Cleveland, obviously, that remains to be seen. But let's see here. The Rams, the Bucks, the Niners, the Steelers, the Ravens. Would you want to have them play the Buccaneers defense, the Niners defense, the Steelers defense, and the Ravens defense? And by the way, before that, have to play Aaron Rodgers. I think potentially this is a smart move if they play it right. He's either going to start week 2 or Thanksgiving. Those are the only two where I'm like, okay, this makes some sense. Although I'd probably hold off till Thanksgiving looking at that gauntlet. And to more quarterback news, Teddy Bridgewater has won the starting job over Drew Lock. Wow, not drafting Justin Fields looks even worse somehow. Patrick Surtain, he could be a good corner, don't get me wrong, but you didn't draft him. You didn't draft Justin Fields because you thought you had something in Drew Lock. And you traded 6 for Bridgewater to push him. And then Bridgewater ends up being better. Bridgewater's good. I actually think this year could be the closest we get to what Bridgewater would have looked like with the 2016 Vikings. So there's something to be said for Bridgewater. So I don't think this is like, oh, Denver, you're completely incompetent. But if you're telling me I can have either Justin Fields or Teddy Bridgewater and Patrick Surtain, I like Patrick Surtain, I like Teddy Bridgewater, but I'm probably going to take a gamble on Fields because I like Fields' potential more. In some absolutely insane, unpredicted news, Trevor Lawrence is the starter in Jacksonville. Big surprise. Big surprise. Not at all. Gardner Minshew's good, but Trevor Lawrence is the first overall pick. Like, this was never going to be Gardner Minshew's job, unfortunately. Speaking of unfortunate, Gardner Minshew has been traded to the Eagles, so that sucks. He's probably going to... That's just a fucking mess. I don't even want to talk about it. It's like, well, let's see. What do you got here with Philly? Oh, nothing? An imbecile for a head coach, from what I can tell? Bad management? Bad drafting? Oh, I wonder how this is going to go. Oh, wait. This reminds me of Jacksonville a little bit, except worse drafting. That's right. Okay. I think Minshew's going to be fine on the Eagles. He's going to be like the lone bright spot in what's a dreadful squad. I think Hurts is going to get hurt because that line is just ass. And then Minshew will come in and get hurt, and then they'll have some third stringer. Now, circling back, Jameis Winston has become the Saints starting quarterback. Yeah, he's a quarterback. I mean, who else they have? Like Ian Brooks or something? Oh, right, they had Taysom Hill. Oh, he's a gadget player? Would I rather have a gadget player as quarterback full-time, or would I rather have Jameis Winston and then use the gadget player on gadget plays? Yeah, I thought this was a really easy choice. And now I had to change the entire script of this segment because I had a great segment about Cam starting week 1, and then he got cut today. So Cam Newton has been cut. Mac Jones is obviously going to start, and Jared Studham is going to be the backup. I don't know how Cam got cut. I'm guessing he pissed off Bill Belichick, because I was like, for sure thinking he'll start or he'll be in run packages or something. But I guess Cam didn't show enough in practice and preseason, so they were like, okay, we can't trade him probably. Let's just get rid of him. So this is Mac Jones' team now. And I think that's probably a good thing for Mac Jones, because I think Mac Jones can be a franchise quarterback. Okay, maybe franchise is pushing. Yeah, franchise quarterback. Yeah, I'll stick to my guns on that. Is he going to be... I think he's going to be a little bit... I hate to make the comparison, but there's going to be a Tom Brady element to his game, I think. Not with the clutchness. I'm not comparing that or the pre-workout. I'm comparing the pre-snap. I think he's going to have the same kind of pre-snap, because he looked great pre-snap. He looked composed in the pocket, so I'm like, I don't want to say Tom Brady. I really don't. But with New England and everything, it's kind of like, well, maybe discount Tom Brady's the best comparison to make, for lack of a better term. But let's get into some cut news now. The Bears have cut Desmond Trufant. He was a decent corner. Bears making head-scratching moves again. Big surprise. The Vikings traded for Chris Herndon today. This actually isn't a bad move. I think the Vikings need a tight end help, and he will give it to them. I don't know what they gave up yet at the time of this video. I'm sure they gave up like a third or a fourth. So it's not a bad trade if he's productive. They're they're going to need all the help they can get for Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I feel very low about Kirk Cousins at this point, guys. I'll be real with you. I think between him probably getting COVID at some point during the season, and then like just Kellen Mond probably being a decent quarterback, I'm kind of like, well, I'm just kind of feeling very low on him at this point. The Browns have decided to cut Sheldon Day. I thought he was going to be a good answer at D tackle because Andrew Billings has not lived up to his billing. He has been bad. Let's just call for how it is. He's been bad. He sucks, right? In the preseason, he has been bad. He sucks. He's dreadful. Not starter worthy. And we got rid of Larry Ogunjobi and Sheldon Richardson. Yeah, that's looking really bad right now. Larry Ogunjobi less so, but Sheldon Richardson should have kept him. So at this point, it's kind of like, well, let's see what we got here. We got Malik Jackson. I think Porter Gustin just got cut today, too. I thought I saw something about that. So, I mean, Malik McDowell, I love him in a way. Like, I think he could be good, but, like, yeah, just, I don't like this D tackle room at all right now. But I think the Browns' defense will be able to mask that because our pass rush is going to demand double teams. And I think Malik McDowell will at least be able to hold up there. More than Andrew Billings, anyway. I have no faith in Andrew Billings at this point. The Bengals have waived former fourth-round pick Michael Jordan. I'm mentioning this half because his name's Michael Jordan, and it's like, ho, ha, ha, Michael Jordan got waived by the Bengals. No, I think he had some upside coming into the league. He just didn't live up to it. That's all I can say. I don't know who's going to pick him up. I mean, I would suggest an offensive line needy team get him. Sheldon Day, I really hope they get on the Browns practice squad. Or a D-tackle needy team. Oh, wait, that's us. Gets him because I like him. Deshaun Watson, apparently the Texans aren't going to trade him, and he's not going to play. And, yeah, it's just Texans disaster. I don't know what I don't know. They're just such a freaking dumpster fire at this point. It's just like you should have done when you had the chance. And then Deshaun Watson has all this bag. It's like, and then apparently the Dolphins want him. I'm like, yeah, sheesh. And some more weird news. The Lions cut all their kickers today. They cut Randy Bullock and Zane Gonzalez. Neither of them were that good. Fat Randy, as they call him, wasn't good. Zane Gonzalez has had stretches of competency, but he's not that good of a kicker either. I remember the beginning of 2018 when he was the reason we lost 2 games. So, yeah, this might be my inner Browns grudginess coming up. I'm like, Zane Gonzalez. And the final bit of news, Travis Fulgham was cut today. Fulgham, whoever, receiver needy teams, get this guy now. He is a stud. I think the Colts should get him, honestly. Imagine him reuniting with Wentz. He was like the one receiver that was good with Wentz last year. Now bring him in with T.Y. Hilton. I don't know how T.Y. Hilton's next going to do, but we'll see. Just bring him in. Some of these younger receivers like Paris Campbell, I forget the other guy's name. I think Donnie Pittman or something. You bring all the receivers together and then just. I think it'd be better for Wentz. So I think Travis Fulgham to the Colts. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a nice day. That's the end of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.